Throughout history, civilizations have risen and fallen. Yet some believe ancient biblical prophecies may still shape the future of nations today. Among the nations often discussed in prophetic studies, one country repeatedly enters the conversation: modern Russia. To understand this idea, we must travel back thousands of years to the writings of the Hebrew prophets preserved in Scripture. One of the most debated passages appears in the Book of Ezekiel, chapters 38 and 39. In these chapters, the prophet describes a mysterious northern leader called Gog, ruling over a land known as Magog. This leader gathers a powerful alliance of nations and marches toward the land of Israel in a dramatic end-time conflict. But who exactly are Gog and Magog? Scholars and theologians have debated this question for centuries. Some believe these names refer to ancient tribes north of Israel, located far beyond the mountains of the Caucasus. Others suggest that these ancient regions correspond to territories that today form part of modern Russia. Supporters of this interpretation often point to one particular detail in the prophecy: the repeated reference to the far north. From Israel's perspective, the vast lands of Russia stretch farther north than any other major power on Earth. For many prophecy interpreters, this geographical clue has become a central piece of the puzzle. The prophecy also lists several nations said to join this northern coalition in the final conflict. Among them are Persia, Cush, Put, Gomer, and Beth Togarmah, names that scholars attempt to connect with modern countries. Persia is widely understood to represent modern Iran, one of Russia's most significant strategic partners today. This alignment has led some observers to wonder whether current geopolitical alliances echo ancient prophetic descriptions. In recent decades, Russia has re-emerged as a dominant force on the global stage. Its military strength, energy influence, and diplomatic reach have reshaped international politics. Russia has also expanded its influence throughout the Middle East, a region central to biblical history. One of the most striking developments occurred during the Syrian Civil War in the early 21st century. Russia intervened militarily in Syria, establishing long-term bases and strengthening alliances across the region. At the same time, cooperation between Russia and Iran deepened through joint operations and shared strategic interests. For prophecy watchers, these developments appeared to mirror the alliances described in Ezekiel's ancient vision. However, many historians and theologians caution against drawing conclusions too quickly. They remind us that biblical prophecy often contains symbolism, poetic language, and historical layers. Interpreting these passages requires careful study of language, culture, and ancient geography. Even so, the debate continues as modern events unfold across the global stage. In 1991, the collapse of the Soviet Union reshaped the political landscape of Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Many believed Russia's global influence would fade permanently after this dramatic turning point. Yet within a few decades, Russia once again emerged as a powerful geopolitical actor. Massive military parades in Moscow displayed advanced weaponry and renewed national confidence. These displays signaled a clear message: Russia intended to remain a central force in world affairs. Meanwhile, tensions between global powers continue to shape the international order. Conflicts in Eastern Europe, energy competition, and shifting alliances have all drawn global attention. The war in Ukraine, beginning in 2022, dramatically intensified geopolitical rivalries. This conflict reshaped security strategies across Europe and beyond. Observers around the world began asking whether these developments signaled a larger historical turning point. For students of biblical prophecy, such global tensions raise important questions. Could these events be part of a broader pattern described thousands of years ago? Or are modern interpreters projecting contemporary politics onto ancient texts? The prophecy of Ezekiel describes a vast coalition marching toward Israel from distant lands. Yet the prophecy also declares that this invading force ultimately faces sudden and dramatic defeat. Earthquakes, confusion among armies, and divine intervention are described in vivid language. The passage portrays a moment when the nations witness what the prophet calls the power of God. Because of this, many theologians believe the prophecy emphasizes spiritual themes more than military predictions. Others continue searching for connections between ancient names and modern nations. Maps, historical texts, and linguistic studies are often used in attempts to trace these ancient identities. Some scholars argue that Magog may refer to ancient peoples who migrated across the Eurasian steppe. These migrations eventually shaped cultures across parts of Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. Whether or not these theories are correct remains a subject of ongoing debate. What remains certain is that biblical prophecy continues to fascinate historians and believers alike. For thousands of years, people have searched ancient texts for clues about humanity's future. Every new global crisis often revives the question once again. Could the events unfolding today reflect patterns written long ago? Or are these prophecies meant to reveal timeless spiritual truths rather than political forecasts? The story of Russia's role in biblical prophecy remains an open and compelling discussion. Historians, theologians, and analysts will likely continue examining these questions for generations. As the world changes, interpretations of ancient prophecies may also evolve. Yet the enduring mystery of these texts keeps scholars returning to them again and again. In the end, the intersection of history, faith, and global events leaves us with a profound question. What does the future hold?